Hello. Good evening. Hope you are having a great afternoon if that's when you're listening to this or watching it. My name is Ray Hazlip. I am joined by two co hosts. What are your names, gentlemen?
I'm Josh.
Uh huh.
A lot of people call me Mike
Whoa.
here in
Wow.
the city. Can we get some royalty free noir saxophone as I coolly narrate?
Sometimes in these streets, I DM for hire.
It's tough work, but that's how you make a living here in Paradigm City,
New Donk City.
in New Big Donk City.
They really hit it out of the park when they named it New Donk City. I'm not even lying. One of the best games ever made.
Truly. Ray,
Um,
what are we doing here today?
yeah, so this is Unscripted Gaming, specifically post-scripted. We are talking about the show that we're talking about
If you
today is
couldn't
Unscripted.
guess, which I don't think any.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is
based on that
okay.
cold open, I don't think anybody knows what show we're about to mention here.
No, it's called The Big O, which is not what you think.
Just a banger name. Just oh,
I told my
goated
wife
title.
I told my wife I was watching this. She's like, "Wait a minute, what's it called?" I was like, "Yes, I know. Go ahead, laugh, get it out of your system now." I
She's
don't
like, you know what, huh?
she's she actually asked me like, "I thought you said you were done with like reality TV stuff." And I was like, "I I can see where you're getting that." No, this is a anime. Um it's it is a noir detective giant robot anime, and I'm so happy I get to describe it that way because that's exactly what it is on the tin. The description for this show by the creators is what if specifically Bruce Wayne from Batman the Animated Series had a giant robot, and that's the show. And we are going to talk about the first 3 episodes. Um, I I will go ahead and spill my bias here. I recommended this show. I love this anime. I love the themes. I don't love season two. I think season two is a little too in the weeds. So we're only going to watch season one for this postscripted. I will go ahead and ask Josh because I think Josh has watched it before. Josh, have you seen it before?
So I was aware of the Big O. Like I remember it being advertised on Toonami, but it wasn't on anything that I ever watched. Like I'm sure that like I saw an episode here or there. Like I knew sort of the premise and the vibe, but I had never sat down and watched it from start to finish. So even if I had caught a
Gotcha.
couple episodes here and there, I have so little recollection of it other than just remembering Big O from Toonami
Yeah.
commercials. So
Man, those commercials ripped. I
they
still
did.
go back sometimes and watch those commercials when marketing was the fine art at Cartoon Network. Mm.
And I'm honestly, and I'm sure as we get into the show too, like more, honestly, I don't know why I didn't watch it. Cause like I watched a ton of stuff on Toonami. I knew it existed. So I don't know what it was. I mean, I was a sucker for big robot animes. So like, I don't know why I didn't watch Big O. I don't know if it was on, you know, too late and I didn't have it in my recording setup because like I did have VHSs that would record like a couple shows that they were on later. Maybe it just wasn't one that was on my radar, so I didn't record it, so I didn't watch it. But like, yeah, I don't know why
Mhm.
I didn't watch this when it was available on Toonami.
Gotcha. Well, you're watching it now.
I am. I
Hmm.
am.
Correct.
Mike, we won't get into your actually no. Let me ask Mike, what did you think when you saw the suggestion of the Big O? Because I assume you just haven't seen it at all. And I could be wrong. If
Um,
I'm completely wrong, I'm wrong.
I you had mentioned it here and there in passing,
Mhm.
so it's something I was like vaguely aware of. Um, I had heard of the Big O. I know where to find the Big O. I know.
Whoa.
Wait, huh? What? Um,
You just press the
Huh?
button and
uh,
the Big O shows up, right?
right.
That's all you
Exactly.
watch.
Yep.
That's right. That's all I got. That's it.
It helps when you call it out too, and you just go Big O, and then it just happens.
If you're not calling it out, what are we doing here?
Much like Babe Ruth, we're calling our shots.
Yep.
Exactly. I will say generally, as you kind of alluded to, right? My favorite like cartoon growing up was the Batman animated series. So
Yeah.
this a lot of what this show is doing is very much that, which is very cool, I think. I will say, and I mean this is coming from a place of love so far. This feels like this show kind of feels like when you go to your cousin's house and you're like,
I
"Hey,
like
do
where this
you
starts.
do you have Cowboy Bebop? Let's watch Cowboy Bebop." And they're
Uh-huh.
like, "No, we have the big." We have the Big O." And you're like,
do you
"What's
have
the
do we have
Big O?"
Coke? No, we have Diet Right.
Yeah, or
Okay,
like
I can see that.
Big K
do you
Cola.
have Batman the animated series? No, we have the Big O.
I can see that. I could definitely see that. This is a very this anime is not like as top billed as like say Gundam or something like that, right? I could talk for forever on Gundam
You
or
go to your cousin's fridge after watching 2 episodes of the Big O, and you're like, "Well, I'll get a Coke," and there's only Tab in there.
Bruh.
That's all
I
they
don't
got.
I don't even remember what Tab tastes like. Like
I don't know.
Sadness.
you put a
Diet
Tab in front of
sadness.
me, that will be a new experience.
They did briefly try and bring Tab back for a minute, and then it went away again.
Okay, as intended. Like you got to let that one pass.
Yeah. Like Ray said, we're going to talk about the first 3 episodes here. Obviously, if you want to follow along at home, we're going to get into spoilers of each episode. So pause, go watch the first 3 episodes, then come back here.
Wait, I have a quick story.
Well, yes, please go ahead.
So the last time I watched this entire thing, like, was 2016. I was just in a mood, and I'm like, I actually just want to watch Big O. I was scrolling through YouTube, and the opening theme popped up in my YouTube music recommendations, and the opening theme is kind of a riff on Flash Gordon by Queen. It's Big O, dun, 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 Big O, whoa, whoa, big heavy guitar, dun, 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 and I'm like, yes, 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 let's do this. Let's punch some people. Well, anyways, you watch the
And then
show.
the show is very moody and
Yeah.
noir, and you're like, "What the hell?"
they're getting you hyped up for some skullduggery. And I had it in the back of my head, like, okay, if I ever want to watch Big O again, I could probably find it on like the Toonami website or the Cartoon Network website, because that's where I watched it before. I watched it on Toonami.com back when that was a place where you could just watch their old shows. It's not a thing anymore. So when I suggested, hey, just watch it, I found most of the episodes were uploaded to YouTube, all well and good. And then I could not find episode 1. It's like, oh, what's going on? Okay, let me go through my back channels to go ahead and see if I can find episode 1. Not there. Episode 1 and episode 12 are the only episodes that Sunrise, who holds the license to Big O, actively go out of their way to like copyright strike all over the place. So I was like, okay, still want to commit to this? Let's see how much they charge for the Blu-ray. $200 for the
Bro.
box set.
Whoa!
I was like, why? What happened? What's going on here? And so I asked around.
Well, Mr. Physical Media.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it. Like, oh, hey, buddy. I will say too. Copyright striking 1 and 12 is such a diabolical move. I honestly respect it. Of like,
it's the
yo,
first
if you want,
and last episodes of the season.
Yeah, if you want to get in, you want to get out. Like, it's blood in, blood out, baby. Like, you gotta fucking fight for it.
So what I did is I said, you know what? This is the time. This is the time to go ahead and get the physical media. So I went online, went to eBay, found someone that was selling it. They're selling a a Malaysian ripped copy of the DVDs. They just print them out. And I'm like, good enough. That's what we need. I get the DVD out. I put it in. I put it through VLC player because VLC will play anything. And it works. And I'm like, okay, cool. Tested it. It's working. And then I check in my DVD player, and the CD had a crack in it. And that crack made it so only episode 1 wasn't going to play. I'm like, I'm in hell. What is going on right now? And so I thought, okay, this is on me. That's on me. I will go ahead and order another whole set of Big O, the DVD, the Malaysian rip from the same guy. And then as I was doing
That's
the
how he
rip,
gets you. It's
as
all
I
down
was
the chain.
as I loaded it in, I saw it was working. But then I recorded the episode onto my hard drive, and I went ahead and distributed it to my back channels and said, like, throw this out into the world. Do what you got to do. And then I noticed in my DVD player, a crack started forming again. I was like, okay, these DVDs are like cursed or something like that, or they're just extremely cheap quality. That's the most likely thing.
Little column A, little column B.
So I contacted the eBay seller and I said, hey, what's going on? He's like, hey, no problem. I have a 100% return policy. Give me your address. I'll just send you a brand new DVD. And he did. I was like, okay, 5 stars, 100% rating. Thank you. And so I have 3 copies of the Big O just sitting right next to me over here.
Ray, I don't know if you've seen The Ring, but you're actually gonna die in 7 days. Like, now that's actually what's happening. You just are doubling down on it. So
I think if you keep watching it, it like decreases the time by a fraction.
yeah, you actually have 48 hours left at this point. So.
Roger Smith is gonna crawl out of your television set and Big O you.
So if you'd like
So
to
you can
apply
only
for the
splash.
soon to be opened co-host position here at Unscripted Gaming, email mailbag at unscriptedgaming.com, and we'll see your application when Ray is deceased,
Yeah.
and we continue
Who
on
would
with
be
the
the
series.
hardest to replace of us?
Since I do most of the work, I'm gonna say me. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, know what you're signing up for. You're doing all the stuff that Ray does.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, hey,
And
welcome.
carangling you and me, Mike, like that's honestly that's a job in and of itself. So
hello, new
But
person. Edit our podcast. Thank you.
also
That's
be
awesome.
funny and take Josh's bait all the time.
I have learned about your bait schemes. I'm on to you.
I know you're on to me, but you're not immune, and that's the beautiful
It's
thing.
true. It's true.
It's good that you know and you still fall for it, and that makes me very happy.
It's like, I want that Rockford cheese, but I know that trap is going to snap me on the neck.
And by
Before
God, you
Bruce
try
gets it,
every
thank you.
time.
What if I just grab the cheese very eloquently and with a
Yeah.
very well
Mhm.
thought out point? Oh,
Still snap. But I uploaded it, and now that we've all been able to watch it, in case everyone was wondering, I just uploaded it to like our separate files so that the other guys here can watch it. Because yeah, I guess I have to like really, really treasure these Big O DVDs. Because good God, you cannot find episode 1 anywhere. You have to buy it. There's like no other way. So yes, physical media. I don't know what to tell you.
I've
It's
heard of
kinda
I've heard of BitRut, but this is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's weird. So what I did also, just to kind of end this point, I tried to like be the person that's like, okay, I'm not gonna title this, I'm gonna shadow drop this into YouTube, and instant copyright. They didn't strike our channel or anything like that. They're just like, nope. We detected
that's
that
kind of
this is
scary.
Good effort, pal.
Jeez.
we detected that this is like ultra copywritten by Sunrise Studios.
So, like,
We
light
can't allow
work.
this on here.
Light work.
Yeah.
Good shot.
So yeah,
Crazy.
let's talk about episode 1 that I spent an obnoxious amount of money to get on.
I'm gonna say right off the bat, like, I know that they label this as like, Batman the animated series, but with big robots, like a
Yeah.
noir detective. The first 3 episodes are just for me like a wild trip, and I will say I watched episode 1 and 2 like back to back, and then I watched episode 3 like a week and a half later, and
Okay.
the I can't quite tell you what this show is about after these first 3 episodes because
Yeah.
it's it's so hard to explain of like the pacing of this show. I'm having a great time, but I have no idea what's going on.
I think there's also this is again this is from a place of love.
Mhm.
There is I feel like this show with the dub at least has been for kidsified, dare I say.
Slightly,
Yeah.
yes.
Where it's just like, hello, I'm Roger Smith. It's like, all right, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that Steam Bloom doing his voice, by the way? That this feels
Yes,
like a
it-
Steam.
Yeah,
Is it Steam
definitely.
Bloom?
Yeah. And with that, I feel like some of it feels like some of the
The nuance might be
sometimes
lost on
some of
a
the nuance gets lost in the dub, where it's just like,
Mhm.
also Roger's just kind of a dick, and I'm just like, damn, it's kind of a rude thing to say,
Yeah.
but I do really like it. I think like you said, Josh, I think the pacing is really kind of it's very much it's very regimented, but it does also feel all over the place. And I'll tell you why. Because the first 2/3 of every episode are dedicated to like really getting into like all of this stuff going on, like kind of like really like the noir, the music, which is great, like all of like the background art, and it's just really like pleasant to look at. Just like, two guys sitting in the bar, like, with the newspaper up, like that's fun. It's good stuff.
Mhm.
Um, Kind of exploring the relationships of the whole paradigm of like the classes of Paradigm City, and then how there's like the people in the domes, the people who stay out, are kept out of the domes. Oh, also like again, you get the cool drop that like
this entire city has amnesia and they've
yeah,
just been
like
existing
nobody
like that for
remembers.
50 years or whatever.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I think I put it in a note somewhere, but like, well, it's like you learn that this place basically functions like a police state, and I think
Yeah.
it's just a really cool observation that, like, yeah, if everybody right now forgot everything and then it was 40 years later, we would probably figure out the police state pretty quick,
Mhm. Mhm.
which
Yeah.
is,
Mhm.
I think, a bit of a bummer, but like a very cool kind of grounds it in a way that I like. And so,
There's like
look,
there's like
it's
a
it's the final third of the episode here, folks. Robot
it's
time.
big O o'clock.
And it's just like,
We know what you came for.
it's like,
This isn't called the Roger Smith. No.
no,
It's called the Big O.
it's called, you know what you're here for. We are not pre-gaming anymore. It's big O time,
and
as
and
as I
and
say.
the big O I've noticed, and I don't know, I'm assuming after 3 episodes this is going to continue, but when the big O arrives, it is required that it destroys some critical infrastructure
Yes.
before before
Yeah.
it begins its task of fighting the big baddie. Like it has to destroy some very critical infrastructure
Mhm.
to get out, and that's just so funny to me.
I love how the police chief,
He's like,
whose
no,
name is
no, no, no,
yeah,
no,
he's like, no, not again. And then, Big O destroys another skyscraper as it just appears.
Yep.
Like, there's been some qualms with Bruce Wayne's activities as Batman with
Yeah.
certain people's spouses going back a long time historically. Imagine if Batman destroyed a water main for like a fifth of Gotham every time he became
Showed up,
Batman.
yeah.
That's what Roger is doing.
Yeah,
I
my
think what I love about when Roger Smith calls Big O, he does it he doesn't knowing what's about to happen. He doesn't knowing like I am about this 4-lane highway is about to become a divot. And he's like got a smile on his face. He's doing it for the love of the game.
But yet he's out there showboating, yet nobody knows that he's in the cockpit either. Nobody sees him going over here, big O time, and then this
No.
monster comes up, and they're like, "Where did Roger go? I don't know. He must have got by the monster." Like there's also semi-related to this. I have an observation in episode 3 when we get there. It just cracked me up about the whole production of getting Big O there. We'll get to it when we talk about episode 3, but yeah, it's just it is hilarious when it is Big O o'clock. Yeah, we have a tonal shift, we have music shift, like the vibe of everything shifts for big robot fight.
Yeah, whatever Gray, the first 2/3 of the episode kind of built up, and you're like, oh, this is really interesting. It's like, nah, motherfucker, this shit's black and white, robot and non-robot. Here we
Speaking of
go.
robot and non-robot,
It's
like
awesome.
one of the first
That's not
characters
my
you see
daughter.
is like, yeah, it's just an android, just Dorothy the android, and she's one of my favorite characters. Not in like all anime, I just love her character in that she's completely stoic, but she has a personality, and she low key hates Roger, but she appreciates.
But
the
also
fact
has
that,
attachment disorder and cannot leave him all of a sudden. So
yeah, you're a louse, Roger Smith. He's like, huh, yeah. Normally, ladies say that after they sleep with me, or whatever he said in his gigantic Bruce Batmobile car. I love the car, by the way. I love all of the steampunk, not steampunk, 1920s, turn of the century aesthetic for the vehicles and whatnot. Even Roger Smith's like 30-yard long car that he drives. God, I love how stupid it is.
yeah, that car is 3 first downs. I
He's driving the car from the tweet.
yeah.
If you know what I mean.
I did. I loved
George
it.
Lucas
I wrote
car.
this down specifically too in episode 1 at one point. Dorothy tells him to fire missiles. He's like, "What, do you think I just packed missiles?" And then like a minute later he presses a button in his car and fucking missiles fire. And I'm like, "So you did pack missiles?" Like, what?
Yes. Yes, he pushes Dorothy out and says, "Hey, I need you to be bait." What? Yeah, you're faster than me. Go. And he's not wrong. She goes Sonic the Hedgehog across that catwalk. I love that. But there is a thing that's revealed in episode 1, so we can put a capper on that. And I'm glad that you all got to see it. Dorothy somehow controls, in a way, shape, or form, the enemy Megaduce. Which has also got the name Dorothy 1, and she has like some sort of weird reaction to it. It almost gets destroyed in the process. And then it shifts to episode 2, which is the title of episode 2 is just Dorothy, or whatever like that.
Which in episode 2, my first note was like, we're already getting a recap episode. Like the way that they start the episode, they were going back like, all right,
okay.
we don't need this. And then we have a tonal shift, and I'm like, wait, Sarge doesn't, like, again, I was like, obviously everybody knows he's the pilot, and then Sarge is like, I don't know who's in that Megaduce. I'm like, how the fuck do you
I think
not?
you know,
Yeah.
in your heart of hearts, you know, Sarge. You know
Does every time Megaduce show up, we get another round of like temporary amnesia? Because there's no way you don't know who got on that robot.
I think the reasoning behind that is when Big O shows up, he is like 100-story tall robot. Gundams are 50 stories, so this is double the size of a Gundam. Gundams are already stupid large, so I don't think they're thinking about, okay, which one of you MFers just hopped in that thing? They're like, Jesus Christ, why is that walking?
Please kill that robot and then go away. Stop
Yeah.
breaking my skyscrapers.
And then it like goes away and goes into this very like intricately well built out and engineered like rail transportation system, which is cool as fuck to watch it go in.
That only Roger knows about.
That only Roger knows about. And it's confounding.
But again, like I just heard, like, they don't know how to rebuild this infrastructure. Like, they've forgotten so much with their amnesia.
Yeah.
So like everything he destroys is not like, oh, Gotham can rebuild. Like, no, that shit's gone. It's just done.
They allude to that when he gets into the fight with the big Megaduce named Dorothy. Look around and like all the buildings are already destroyed. And the
Yeah.
captain alludes to that. He says, "Oh no, another Mega Deuce. This has got to be his like nightmare come true."
Yep. Because there's nothing he can do about it.
Yeah, they're like, well, I guess downtown is becoming another smoking crater. Well,
Also, other shameless thing I loved. They're like, yeah, this is the coolest guy. He is a negotiator. He's drives the big robot. Oh, he's also the rich and cool. He has a butler with an eye patch.
he does have a butler with
Which
an
makes
eye
him
patch.
even cooler.
Forget that fucker Alfred. Like, this guy fucks.
Yeah, it's just like they're like, how do we make a guy that's empirically even cooler
Yep.
than uh Spike and Bruce Wayne put together?
But basically, Spike is kind of like broke, and that's what kind of makes him cool. He's not rich. This guy though, yeah.
That penthouse is nice.
Yeah, yes.
It's nice.
So I guess we jumped to episode
Yeah.
2.
Episode 2, I wrote once we get out of like the initial like cleaning up and we start to do the getting to like the club. I wrote we got some Casablanca coded fans in here. And then I wrote, did they spend $3 on the art? Like, it felt like it was almost too low res. Like, I don't know what it was about the animation in episode 2, but it was like all of they just used the rough drafts for like half of the episode. And I'm like, I get what you guys are going for, but it might be a little too low res.
Yeah, it is.
This
like a little,
this was
like,
the
low detail.
This was the age of animation where you had to really budget out where your scenes were. So, not shockingly, in this episode, I feel like a lot more of the budget went towards, as Mike put it, the last third of the episode.
Yeah.
Which would be probably the most expensive part. Also, like the that part in the last part of the episode, just skipping to the end of the episode, where there's a bunch of wires falling down and he has to like punch the actual truck. All of those moving parts plus a falling vehicle from the thing, when he drops the van and you have to hand animate the van actually falling, crumbling, all that stuff. They're like, listen, we don't have a lot for the bar scene. Just get 3 guys on get 3 guys on it.
Just
give them some coffee.
Just insinuate a lot. Like,
yeah. So I know exactly what you mean, where there was a lot of like stilted and there was a lot of like back shots where they're talking, but they don't even have the budget to get the mouth flaps going.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
The talking is implied. You hear the voices, good enough. The only thing I noted in episode 2, I'd love to hear you guys' opinions, is at the end when Big O picks up that van where they find that bad guys are, and then he does the Mega Deuce punch to the van.
Yeah.
And I thought like, oh, okay, everyone's been turned into a fine paste. But no, they're just...
I put in these Inspector Gadget looking ass dudes.
Yeah, they were great.
Now, I will say, so I'm coming back to my notes from this, and I did write in here, like, in episode 2, especially towards the end, like, they're trying to explain a lot of stuff through action, and it, like, wasn't landing for me. Like, why does Roger care about this android at all? Like, it's, I think, for me, there's an interesting aspect to, like, this amnesia storytelling because they have to over-explain a lot of stuff and give you the context because they're kind of doing it for themselves, but also like they're doing he has this attachment to this non-human thing for whatever reason, and he's supposed to be like this great negotiator, and you know, this, I don't know, it just, something didn't click for me towards the end of episode 2, which apparently in episode 3 I totally forgot about, and I had a great time, even though I was like, what the fuck is happening? But I just feel like they don't really explain why he cares so much about this android.
He partially explains it. It's Dorothy the android represents the first negotiation that he failed
Mm.
because that's not the daughter, that's just a robot. And so he tries to get rid of it, but the butler says, "No, wait a minute. She's actually like a really smart automaton. What if we kept her around and I had her help us around the penthouse?" And he said, "Well, fine. If you're going to stay here, here's one rule. You have to wear black." And she makes that joke. You have a terrible taste in fashion, Roger Smith. That's it. I don't even
Yeah.
think he likes her
It's
that much.
very like it's kind of fun that they have like as far as like animated characters who are skew younger in appearance.
Uh-huh.
Uh, it's good that they gave her uh like the replicant from Blade Runner style again, just disdain.
Yes.
Love that. Yeah. That's a good description, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should rename. I'm not going to tell you how to rename it, but God, Blade Runner 2049 was absolutely robbed. I will never forgive the Academy for that, but that's a different conversation for a completely different series.
They've been doing it. They've been doing it big time the whole time.
Yeah. All right, yeah. Episode 2. Dorothy joins the crew, and she has to wear black, and she's now an assistant to the butler. Then it gets into episode 3, and she wakes up Roger Smith by playing jazz on the piano.
Very aggressively.
Yes. And when Roger asks her, "You could just play the piano," she says, "Sure, why not?" And he's like, "Why?" She's like, you're a robot. You're not getting anything over it. She's like, "Why do you do anything?"
He's so mean to her.
He really is.
Why do you do anything?
And he's
dude?"
like, "You don't. What you do doesn't matter because you're just copying us." He's like, "Oh,
yeah, Roger Smith is not like this aspirational character. He's a jerk.
he is
so
the
bad, man.
progenitor of being anti-generative AI. He's just like, no, these robots will not make art. God damn it, they're just copying what we do."
It's true.
And Roger, aren't you just copying what you think you imagine from the what
Are you
everyone forgot
just a
about 40
fleshy
years
generative
ago?
AI?
Like, are you not doing? Are you? Is this not what you guys are doing? Like, you all woke up in a city like that looked like this, and you
Gosh,
kind of
this is
just
why we're not
pull
going
it
to
all
watch season
together.
2.
Is
Like
this
this,
not what you're doing? Just asking questions, Roger.
Just asking questions.
I think. I do think this is I think my favorite episode of the 3 that we watched. Because I feel like it kind of gives the most in terms of like what the world is, what is the world is like, and you get a better sense of like what his job is. As like, oh, I'm a negotiator, and you're like, it's not really a job. What is that? But like this made sense where it's you kind of the standoff from like the people in Electric City who are kind of messing with the city's power. And I like that in this kind of society trying to pull itself back together into what it thinks it used to be or whatever, which is again a really cool idea. I really like that.
I
It's
figured
just
you like the robot fight, which is definitely a big reference to Evangelion and Godzilla at the same time.
yes. But I like how this one again, I like maybe it's just me as like a storyteller and things I like having these big situations and big problems zoom down to like one very specific person who has to try and like be who
Be
is
the
like the
middleman.
axis point of all of this of all of these forces in play. So it's like I want to know what Roger thinks about like what all of this might mean. Does he even feel that at all? It kind of seems like he doesn't, which is
I don't think he
interesting,
does. I think he literally thinks of himself as a middleman, and he is just at the whims
because
of
he
the
likes middlemanning and
Yeah.
doesn't see the bigger picture, which is like again very fascinating.
Yeah, he doesn't see the role that he plays in the power struggle and of the rebuilding of this society. He's just like, oh, I'm gonna work for the people who have money who want me to do a thing, and that he cannot think beyond that.
And I'm really curious to see. I don't know if I'm like putting too much into it. I'm curious to see if his relationship to that changes. And I think this
Yeah.
is one that would be like this how this all unfolds is like I just think is I think is I think is interesting. But also there's a giant monster eel that shows up.
Yeah, that has an A. I wrote AT field, like
It's an electrified field that has to be
I was thinking that
penetrated
too. Huh?
by
Huh?
melee
by the Big O.
by the Big O,
Oh.
who appears
This
and
is not good.
catches Roger.
This
This
is
is
this
not
is the
good. We
thing,
can't do
because like I
this.
was as I was watching this episode, I'm like, oh, he's really far from home, and like, you know, he didn't bring like the Big O on like a flatbed or something like that. So like, how's he gonna get out of it?
Oh,
And
contraire.
then his Alfred's like, oh, I shipped it yesterday, like you told me to. It's here in 10 minutes, and he's like, oh, duh. You know, the underground rail network that nobody knows about obviously goes to Electric City, and it's here, and it's going to destroy part of the dam, and now we're going to fight this, what I thought was a potential, like, kaiju monster, but nope, it's also a machine, just, you know, a more fleshy machine.
Of the 3 episodes we've watched, I feel like this piece of infrastructure destruction was purposeful because he, of all the places for him to spawn, he's like straight through the middle of the dam,
Yep.
like a knife through butter. It's like, come on, man! There was a lake, there was a reservoir.
Like, why did
there
this
was-
rail network even go through the dam? That seems like a really bad oversight.
You would never do that.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Critical
he's-
civilian infrastructure. Hate to see Ryder Smith go.
And he's just like, Big O, and then causes a flood.
Just like, oh, finally, we just connected the Paradigm City orphanage to the, you know,
That was actually the alternate ending of Frozen 2. Elsa calls the Big O, and then you know, the whole town gets wiped away.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to think I think the only anime or show that we've watched which is with as much civilian infrastructure that may or may not have been caused by the main characters is actually Evangelion. And to be fair, that was like incidental. Roger Smith, I think, has it out from Paradise City.
right. Yeah, you know, in Evangelion, I think Evangelion does a good job of making you be like, oh boy,
Yeah.
when it happens.
Well, it's
In Big O, you're just like, yay, robot.
yay, yeah.
And
And at least in like Evangelion, like
they know.
they're already fucked, so like they're
Mhm.
doing their absolute best, and like it is just like it's gonna be worse if this thing does the thing it's here to do. Roger Stone's like, yo, what if I just fucked like
Yeah.
30,000 people for funsies before I got into this fight?
There might be other ways to take out
pretty Big
monsters
O.
or mega deuces, but Roger Smith does not want to hear them. And he'll be damned if you take away his fun pie. Now, excuse me while I go ahead and punch this thing in the face. And
Yeah, two things. I do love the way that this thing punches, where it just like
it never
it
gets
just has
old.
the giant, humongous arms. That's
Yep.
fun. Also, what if, just hypothetical here, fellas? What if the Big O, as we understand it right now, had if the final episode of the show was like the last two like the Human Instrumentality Project from like the TV show,
God.
not the movie, the show.
The show, yeah. You know that ending
What's
has grown-
Roger Smith talking to himself about? What's going on in there?
This actually
Nothing.
takes place in Shinji's mind as the Human Instrumentality Project is going on. Like, this is what he's thinking about as he's getting
Shinji is
yeah.
Roger Smith.
Yeah.
He's-
Every time Masato touched Shinji, that's when he felt the presence of
He got
the
his
Big O.
Roger stoned.
his first big.
his first Big O. And he yelled it too. Big O.
Yep.
Showtime. And after he was done, he said, "Ye not guilty."
No, that's what Masato said.
We love a problematic Masato.
Yeah,
which is the
ye
only
a
Masato.
little bit guilty, Masato, but she, you know, we don't have to get there.
No.
Don't come after her, please.
You would love. This is a complete aside, Mike. You would love the Evangelion rebuilds. They reimagine Masato and make her a lot less problematic.
I don't think
Like,
Mike
this is a
actually
little
wants a less problematic
Wait a minute.
Masato.
No,
I think he likes his problematic baddie.
How unproblematic are we talking here?
I don't want to
Mike,
get into spoilers, but I will say that it
I do need to
completely
watch those at some point.
Yeah.
it completely retextualizes the story, especially from movies 3 and 4, and the ending. Many people I've talked to have agreed that, hey, we're not positive if the show stuck the landing or if the end of Evangelion stuck the landing. End of Evangelion is just a mind trip in and of itself.
We know the answer to that question. The end of Evangelion fucking stuck. Don't even. We're not relitigating history here.
But the rebuild series absolutely sticks to landing, and you're like, oh, he went to therapy. Okay, this is great.
Okay, I know we're still doing talking about the Big O technically here.
Yeah.
Just again, hypothetically, what if we just did Evangelion again?
Post rescripted.
How
Everyone,
deep can we go?
I
Post-scripted
haven't gotten
rebuild.
enough. I haven't gotten enough angel fighting. We need to. We'll talk. We'll talk later, maybe.
Let's
Let's
get
get clear. Like, I'm not saying we watched the show. I'm saying we've listened to our podcasts about the show and discussed them. That's what
Discuss
we
our
do.
takes.
There we
Yes.
go.
Oh my goodness.
I'm into it. You know what? I'm in.
And then we do that, and then we come back 10 years later from there and do that.
Oh my gosh, did we
Never-
do
never
Postscript to
ends.
Evangelion 10 years ago? Don't tell me that.
No, it
I
wasn't
will
that long
crumble in
ago.
the dust right now if you say that was a
It's
decade
getting
ago.
there.
That'd be crazy.
Oh.
I also wrote Roger is like, you know, he's doing his proselytizing at the end and about like the old doddering man who made this fleshy electricity monster, and he said, doubt they'll make another one like that. I'm like, doubt they'll make another one, my asshole. We're gonna have another one next episode, you fucking idiot. Like,
Yeah.
what? This, again, to Mike's point of like, he does not understand the like world and system in which he lives in. The fact that he's like, they'll never make another one is like, buddy, you do not understand.
Head empty.
Yeah. He just thinks about negotiating and yelling at his android about playing the piano.
Which he does at the very end of
Yes,
the
he
episode
does.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah. My last note is piano LOL. He's so mad.
He's so it's kind of like he wants to yell at her like, you're not people.
Yeah, again, get your generative AI out of here, you fucks. This is the job of real artists.
It's crazy. His name again is Roger Smith.
Yes.
I love it. It's so just like man guy.
Basic name.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, that's 3 episodes.
Yep.
So next time we're gonna watch the next 3, 4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, and 6. And you know where you can find links to watch our take on 4, 5, and 6?
Oh my gosh, where can we find them?
Unscriptedgaming.com. That's where you can find all of our other shows. You can find games analysis, producer perspectives. You can find our Unscripted Game podcast. You can find Creed Got Robbed. You can follow our socials, Unscripted Game Podcast. We're on Blue Sky at unscripted-gaming.bsky.social. SoundCloud.com/unscripted-gaming gets you all of our audio versions. You can look up Unscripted Gaming 2.0 on YouTube for the video versions of this. Thank you for listening to Postscripted Gaming presented by Unscripted Gaming. My name is Josh.
My name is Ray.
My name is Mike.
Big O.